Boom, we're live. What's up, guys? I know it's been forever since my last live stream, but hey, I'm back. Cool shit. And in order to do this, I got this. Let's get crazy. All right. Woo! Oh, what's up, guys? Hello, Zach. I was called out by a friend of mine who actually watches these live streams, and he's like, "The hell, man! I haven't seen like a word, no nonsense stream in like 3 weeks." See shit happening in the world in the last couple weeks, but you know, that doesn't sound fun to me to talk about. I mean, talk about the immigration thing. We could talk about Anthony Bourdain's suicide. I still haven't looked into that yet. Suicide is a crazy thing, though. Everybody always speculates what's going on in a person's head when they're about ready to commit suicide. Like, why didn't they just do these things? It's like, and honestly, you don't know. You know, unless you've almost been there yourself, then it's really hard to say what a person's going through that would get them to the point to take their own life, you know? Fear, maybe, is something. Usually, fear is usually the underlying cause of everything. You know, fear is why we either do something or we don't. Fear can keep you from getting a better job just because you're scared to do that change. Because, you know, when we get comfortable in life, we tend to, at least I tend to, you know, I like it. I'm comfortable, you know, I'm sustained. Could I be better? Sure, everybody can always be better. You can always be better in this world. But, I don't know, man. It's, it sucks if you get to that point of suicide and not wanting to live anymore. Yeah, I've been low like that in my life, you know, a couple times where I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to keep going. Not that I had the balls to actually kill myself. It was more like, I just don't feel like living. But I mean, today, you know, I love living, don't get me wrong. I like being alive. I value it. I'm very grateful for that. And there's just so much to keep learning. You know, if you think like you're 25 and your life sucks and the world's coming to an end, it's like you just haven't lived enough yet. You know, most things that we worry about tend to just be up in our brains, man. A lot of anxiety issues, you know, delusional thinking, shit that's not happening. So focused on how is that going to happen? You don't know, you know. I'm guilty of having delusional thinking and like always worrying about, you know, what do these people think? What do those people think? Am I doing the right thing? Living in my past and worrying about the future. But I honestly just focus on today and what I'm doing at this moment. Right now, live stream, bitches. Woo! So, you know, I feel like suicide's a dark topic. And this is no nonsense. So let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's lighten it up with some entertainment. Are you laughing lately? Because I'm laughing. You know, it's always a good time to just kind of have mindless entertainment every now and then. I don't indulge in it too much anymore, but I tell you this, sometimes I do like myself just somebody get kicked in the balls, you know, or throw on Family Guy, you know, just something. Because for whatever reason, comedy always tells the truth about things in like such a way that we laugh about it because we know things are true, but you know, it's never talked about, I think, completely. At least I don't think so. When people bring up taboo subjects, you know, everybody gets all freaked out. Like, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. It's like, feelings I know are real. Like, when you feel something, let's talk about emotions. Emotions, man, that's some powerful shit right there. Because emotions can... you run your life in a good way, bad way, they can destroy your fucking life if they're not checked. It is possible to be emotionally unstable because I've been emotionally unstable in my life to where, you know, like for me, my anger has always been an issue. So, you know, I'm quick to anger, man. I really have to do a lot of things to like not just look at every motherfucker I pass on the street and be like, why does this person exist? I know. Why you say? I'm like, yeah, just being honest. You know, I'm judging. I get judged. I try not to judge, but you know, it's like, cause every time I find myself judging others, I just look at my own life. I go, you, buddy, what have you done in your past? Remember, think about all the dumb shit, stupid decisions, life you've lived. And then when I do, I go, that's a nice person. Like, oh, I'm not gonna lie. I was driving this morning and I had a positive / negative thought. I saw this girl who was like jogging. You know, she got the full spandexy thing on, and she's a bigger lady. And but you know, she looked like she was, you know, getting into it. And I'm like, you know what? Good for you, honey. You keep trying. Keep trying. At least you're trying. You know, I have to look at the bright side of that. Because like my negative side is just like, you know, look at that fat fuck who's gonna die. Oh, I know, it's terrible. But I turned it into a positive and said, you know what? She's doing something about that. Which is more than I could say for most people that I come across in my life. Like, you know, everybody wants to change, but they're not going to do anything to change. I wonder why I'm so chunky. You know, I always talk about this with food and stuff. And yeah, for a guy who used to struggle with weight, it's like, yeah, I've been on both sides of the coin, man. Half my life, I was a fat kid, a fat person, overweight, whatever. And then half my life, I've been this way, like what you see now. And this right here is honestly the best shape I've been in my life. I'm almost 34 years old. I work out consistently now. Not like workout. I just do free weights, you know, and I get enough cardio at work. So I'm good. I eat better. I feel good. I feel right. I feel right. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've been kind of not paying attention to things that are going on in the world because I just don't give a shit. It's too easy to go dive into Facebook, Twitter, all those social media sites and like just give your fucking opinion and react to things. Donald Trump did this. Everybody react now. It's like, you know, I've always struggled with everybody has an opinion. Everybody can give their opinion, but it doesn't mean your opinion's valid. Your opinion is just your opinion. Like, what clout does your opinion have? Does it have anything backing it up? You know, what's your argument? You know, I am a good arguer today. And I know a little bit about a lot. And it's like I love calling people out when they don't know what they're fucking talking about. You know, I've learned to only speak on things either I'm aware of, I know about, have experienced myself, and not to speak on anything I have no fucking clue about. I could give my opinion on it. Do you think NASA should go back to the moon? Yeah, it's probably a good idea, but I'm not a scientist or an astronaut or physicist, so I don't fucking know. I'm not even going to pretend like I know either. I just go, oh. But the point is, you know, I just speak on what I've learned in this world so far and shit I've dealt with, life patterns I've noticed, and behaviors from other human beings. I should have been a psychotherapist because I think I'm really into that right now. Psychotherapy approaches to life. Because, you know, for my whole life, I did things a certain way and then I kept doing the same things and then nothing was changing. And, you know, so what has to change? Well, then the shit I'm doing has to change. So I got to make some other decisions. I got to make a better choice. I got to try something different. Maybe listen to something I never listened to before, you know? There's too much information out there to think like what you know is 100% correct all the time. If I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting it. And I'm not trying to argue that I'm right about things. What I try to argue is there might be a different variation of perspective to get, you know what I mean? Like a different point of view. You know, take a look at it from a different angle instead of the same way you've always been looking at it, one eye that way, one eye this way, you know what I mean? Like, what are you fucking talking about, Yag? I'm like, I don't know. I told you I'm just ranting here. I ain't got fucking nothing. Because it's just too depressing. I turn on the news, I see depressing shit. The Gay Pride Parade was in Chicago. Hooray if you're gay. I don't know. I don't care. I don't understand taking pride in something. like that. You know, I have an opinion on it. It's a harsh one, but, you know, might anger some people if I express that right now. But I won't. But it's like, whatever. If I think about it, it's not like the Pride Parade was right in front of my front house, so I don't really care. But I know a lot of people give a shit, and you see everybody post a fucking rainbow flag. And I'm like, okay, you like sucking dick. Or you like to scissor. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Does it really matter? I'm like, are you a decent person when I talk to you as an individual? Like, if I come across you on the street, are you just an asshole? Is that the first thing out of your mouth? Like, I like to suck dick. And you're like, oh, okay, great for you. It's like, you know, who cares? Who cares about your bedroom life? Like, honestly. If that's all you identify with is what you do sexually, God, you're a shallow person and you have no soul. In my opinion, I don't know. There's got to be more to you than just that, right? I mean, we all got like our shit, you know, we all get a little freaky. Yeah, or maybe not. I'm pretty straightforward. I don't like any weird shit. I think I've always felt that if you've had to have like some kind of weird kinky shit in the bedroom, you just suck at sex. That's just me. You know, people that got to bust out a bunch of toys or leather or whips or chains or any of that weird beady blah, 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 bondage shit. That's fucking weird. In my opinion, hey, if you're into it, go for it. I just never understood it. But that's me. That's the way I see it. I'm just a straightforward, kind of conservative, old-fashioned kind of dude. You know, a little spank here, a little whisper in the ear, like, you like that? Even that's weird. You ever find yourself, like, in the bedroom kind of laughing at yourself for some of the shit that comes out of your mouth? Because I think I have sometimes. Or the shit that comes out of other people's mouths in the bedroom. Maybe. Not really. I've never heard anything crazy in my life. I'm trying to retrace my steps. No, nothing too crazy. Pretty straightforward. Nothing that would make me immediately stop and go, I gotta get out of here. But who was I talking about? Gay Pride Parade. Oh yeah, see? Whatever. Are you a good person? I can care who you're sleeping with, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's like so much emphasis on it. It's like, oh, I'm gay. I'm prideful about it. It's like, it's not an accomplishment, really. I guess. See, pride is something I think you earn by something you've acquired on your own achievements and merits, you know? Like, I built my YouTube channel from nothing. I put work into those videos. I put them out there. I engage with people, and it grows. I can take pride in that because that's something I did all me. You know, I don't have a fucking team of people. I don't have a business backing me up. It's just me. Me, a camera, and a computer, and an editing program. So with that, I take pride in my YouTube channel and all the work I've put into this thing for the last 3 years because I did all that. That's okay. That's a good form of pride. That's good. I don't know. Gay pride. It's like, I don't fuck the opposite sex. Like, I never saw it that way. I mean, I don't care. I know a lot of gay people. Don't get me wrong. One of my best friends in the world is gay as shit. And that's fine. It's just, I don't understand the whole people that want to prance around and parade about it and be like super gay. You know, oil themselves up, put a little leather strap up their chest, let their balls hang out, or put a unicorn on, you know? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me is what I'm saying. But, you know, what doesn't make sense to me makes complete sense to other people. This is why I like talking to people on one-on-one. And that's why I feel is lacking in this world today. Everybody wants to be on social media, Facebook, Twitter. You know, I like Instagram because it's just pictures. Maybe there's some nice words or video there. I like that. Pictures can tell 1,000. Pictures have pictures are worth 1,000 words or some cliche shit. It's true though. If I look at a picture, I can totally just interpret it however I see it. It's an awesome picture. Is that a good scene? Is that a sunset? Oh my God. But if it's something else, like a fucking political post or something Trump's doing, it's like, that's just what's got all the people who can't think anymore without the soul suckers, I call them. These are what I call the soul suckers, cell phones. Everybody's on them. I've talked about it a lot. I've made videos about this shit. because it's scary to me when I see people so engaged in this fucking device that I think people. I was just watching Joe Rogan's podcast yesterday, the Joe Rogan Experience, and he was talking about it where people, I think, have literally forgot how to have intimate face-to-face conversations. I mean, I haven't. I do them all the time. I live for that shit. I love sitting down with a person and just talking about things. Not dumb shit, though. Not the shit they found on sale at JCPenney or the new paint they just put in the baby's room. Like, I don't give a shit about that. That lowers my IQ and my brain energy down to a level of stupid that I just don't want to go to. I like to keep it up into intellectual intelligence, you know? I'm not an idiot. I don't want to be an idiot. Have I done idiot things in life? Abso-fucking-lutely. Have I been stupid? Goddamn right I have been. That doesn't matter, though. But when I talk, I like to talk openly, freely, intelligently, and honest. That's the big key, is honest. Like, if you ask my opinion on anything, I'm gonna fucking tell you, but be prepared, because I don't hold shit back. I'm not gonna be like, are your feelings gonna get hurt by the words that are gonna come out of my mouth? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm always honest. Always today. Does this look good? Like, you look like shit. You should probably comb your hair, put a little of that on. Oh, man. I tell you, though, man, most people don't want to be honest with others because I think most people fear the reaction they're going to get from others, you know? Which is understandable. You know, I could see that because I've been the same way where I would be scared to tell somebody something because I knew how they were going to react, and the reaction never changed from any of the other times. So I was just kind of conditioned to know what was coming. People are like, well, you don't know what people are going to say. I'm like, you don't. But like, say you're in a relationship and you've been with somebody for a few years, like you kind of know their patterns. You kind of know what triggers them. You know what's going to piss them off, what's going to irritate them, so on and so forth. So you know when you're about to bring up a certain thing, it's probably not going to go so well. But that solely stems on the individual themselves, you know? Not everybody's that way. You know, you could be with somebody and you'd have it. I like, you know, having an open, honest conversation today, especially with significant others, because that's how you grow. Those things that you think are going to hurt people's feelings are the shit you should bring up because you need to know if you're going to deal with that long term. You know, because if it's an issue now, it could be addressed, but shit can get worked out, you know? I try not to look at stuff as so surface crap because if you want to be, this is my only relationship advice. This is just based on my experience. And I'm not really one to give relationship advice. But I could tell you the things that do work. Honesty. Hands down. We don't need no lies. Because there's got to be trust. And if you got honesty and trust, that's it. Everything else, I think, after that is pretty subjective, you know, to however you want the relationship to go. I like country. You like metal music. Oh, can't be together. I'm like, that's dumb. So you have different interests. So what? If you think you're going to find somebody that has identical points of view on every single thing that interests you or you believe or whatever, good luck, man. That's like virtually impossible. Like it may seem that way at first, but eventually shit starts hitting the fan, you know? Because a lot of people do things for other people to impress them or, you know, just kind of get them to like them. My suggestion is don't do that shit. Don't do things that you don't want to do in order for somebody to like you. Just be honest off the bat. Do you want to go sailing down the river? No, I don't. Why not? It could be fun. I'm like, no, it isn't. I've been sailing down the river. I don't want to go. I get no satisfaction or joy out of that at all. Don't ask me. You can go. But don't you want to spend time with me? Now, I know that usually sounds like I'm calling out the woman on this. And it's not always a woman, because it could be the men. But women do it too. Hey, baby, You want to go to the baseball game? And she hates sports. Yeah, I love baseball. It's so nice. I like it when they swing that thing. What's it called? It's called the bat? Yeah. How many bases are there? See, I'm not a sports fan, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure people like that, just like something because the person they're with likes it too. I don't know anybody that likes the shit I'm into with collecting action figures and shit. I go to toy shows. That's my hobby. I like that shit. I dig it. I dig toy collecting. I dig antiques. That's me, though. Haven't found a woman that likes that yet. They just kind of look at it and go, I don't get it, but you do you. And that's okay. That's okay. Everybody should just do you. I mean, not do you. You don't understand. Be themselves. Be yourself, people. People don't have to accept you, but at least you're being honest with yourself. Do the shit you like. Stop pleasing other people. Like going to events, doing things just to be like, look, I'm into this too. Like when you're truly not. And you want to know how I know? Well, I'll tell you how I know. Because I fucking done all that shit. I used to do things that I really had no desire to do. Just because I wanted people to know I was there, look like I gave a shit, showed up, thought my presence was warranted and wanted. Nope. It was all for wrong reasons. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do you want to go sing around a campfire? I'm like, I'm not in the Cub Scouts anymore. No, I don't. No, I don't. You want to just roast marshmallows and s'mores? I'm like, I'm not fucking 10. No, I don't. I don't have kids. I don't want to do that. You got kids, you want to do that? Do that. Fuck it. I ain't going to do that shit. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. I'm just telling you what, the whole underlying thing here is if you look past what I'm saying, like the activities and stuff, just be completely honest with yourself, be honest with others, and, shit'll fall into place. Don't do that crap where everything is going crazy. But, I don't know. Honesty, man. I'm just brutally honest. I like it too. I don't like not being honest. I can't. I try. I can't. I can't lie today. It's like awesome because then you don't have to worry about anything coming up, because if you're always speaking your truth and being honest, then you don't have to worry about shit like at all. So that's good. But then part of me is like, damn, I'm living this honest life. And it does come with a price because I've noticed if you're as honest with people as I am today, some people just don't like that and they gravitate away from that. Because I know a lot of people don't like hearing truth. That's the shitty thing that I've noticed about us and human, like at least in this fucking country. I don't know about the rest of the world. I just know here in America that people don't like hearing the truth about something. The truth sucks. But living in a fantasy, like idea, concept that sounds good on paper, but in reality, it just doesn't fucking work. That's better than actually hearing real truth. I get it. Sucks. Shucks balls sometimes. But yeah, it's okay. Right, Putty? My cat's just passed out like a motherfucker. He's like, fuck you. I ain't doing shit today, man. But, yeah, I don't know. I would address the whole immigration thing. I think maybe on another live stream when I have some strength and the will to not talk about and get sucked into that vortex of nonsense. Because I'll be honest, I just don't like reacting to things anymore. I just don't like reacting to the world around me because I don't have control over this shit. The world's going to implode whether I'm in it or not. You know what I mean? So I just kind of look at my own life. I go, I'm doing the best I can today with my life, and I'm living. I'm not worried about it. Isn't your day-to-day life, unless you're an immigrant, really affected by this? Probably not. But then again, say you have a family anyway, and you're living here, and you break the law, and you go to jail, don't you get ripped away from your family? Think about that. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. That's about as far as I got. I know people are freaking out thinking that kids are just being ripped away from their parents. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not sitting there on the border, on the fence, seeing what happens. You're not there either. You just kind of hear things because the news gives you about 4 seconds of information and then just goes and says, here you go, 4 seconds. React, people. Now fucking react. See, that's the scary thing. You got to sit back a little bit, folks. You got to gather the information before you come up with any kind of reaction. And that's why emotions need to be kept at bay. That's why calm, logical people don't just hear something and flip shit every time. Emotionally unstable people, which I think is most of the country now, because people just see something and we go, oh my God, that is appalling. How could they? And that's what we do. We react to every little thing, to every little headline, to every little news clip, to every little thing Donald Trump says, to every little dumb thing the late night TV says. Oh, I miss entertainment. I really do. Because I'm an entertainer. My whole life, I've always entertained people and wanted them to forget about their normal life for just a little bit of time and engage in whatever they're doing and just forget that life's going on and to just relax and enjoy themselves. Not today, though. When you turn on the entertainment channels, the late night shows, any of that, it's all the same shit. It's like a disease that's spread everywhere. It's everywhere now. Politics is in everything. What happened to never talking about politics? It was great. You remember that time? Because I don't in the last couple years. It's gone. It's in everything. That's why I don't talk about it. Because I don't need to, because the rest of the internet and the world talks about it for me. And I could just sit back and read comments, which is hilarious. See, now that's entertaining to me, just sitting down in the comment section of anything and watching people go at it with whatever they just reacted to. It's hilarious. You know, I remember, what have I been talking about? Oh, boy. Emotions, being honest, sexual things, I think I talked about. All kinds of stuff. I'm all over the place today with this rant. And I was almost done, I think, because I just keep talking about nonsense. Right now, I was talking about how I'm not talking about politics, even though I'm talking about politics. Sexual things do tell. I was just saying about, you know, I always found it funny when people are in the bedroom and doing weird shit, getting into like BDSM, leather whips and chains. I just never saw that. I'm a pretty straightforward shooter, you know. That's it. But then I also said, you know, hey, whatever floats your boat, if that's what you want to do. My opinion was, if you got to do all that other extra shit, you probably just suck at sex. That's just me, though. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I do now. Other than that, I didn't talk about what I was talking about. No emotional connection during sex. Yeah. Well, that's a whole different kind of level of sex, if you ask me. When you have the emotional connection, I mean, that's like when you're actually with somebody that you are on a level of intimacy with. That, I don't know. That's different than just being like, I mean, I don't know. I think, though, if you are on that level and you guys want to branch out and experiment, then that's another thing that's great. Because then I feel like maybe you're more open to being like, hey, what do you like? What do you like? You know, I think a lot of people just go into something assuming the other person did this or that based on their past. And then, you know, they kind of, little trial and error. Don't put your finger in my ass. What? No. What? Yeah, I'm just kidding. What? I don't like that. I had a bad experience back in 1993. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. The emotional connection, though, it is true. I think if you have that and a good sex life and then combine the two, man, that's some good shit. That's magic right there. Magic that can only be captured at that moment. And that's something not to take for granted. I would think. But then again, I don't know. You know, I can only say how things have gone in my own life for that stuff. Other than that, entertainment needs to go back to being entertainment. Try not to react to things the first time you hear them. Soak in the information a little bit before you gauge an argument. And always look back on your own past behaviors before you judge anyone else. Yeah, that's it. Oh, God, there's too many people in this house. So, yeah, what other things are there? The pillow talk stuff I think I was talking about, that was kind of funny. You know, when shit slips out. And sometimes it sounds goofy, but even in the privacy of your own bedroom could be fun. I don't know. Other than that, what are you talking about, Matt? You crazy bastard. But that's it. Other than that, I've learned honesty, trust, open-mindedness. Those things are there. The sky's the limit, really. Everything else can kind of either be worked out, talked about, and it's open to suggestions, I guess. And you grow from there, man. I know I have, being that I used to be such a closed-minded person in my 20s. But then again, I've never really met people in their 20s that really had a good head on their shoulders, you know? Because the older I get and then I see the generation of people that are in their 20-somethings, they're just doing the same dumb shit I did, just in a different way, you know? Going out several times a week, partying, interesting stories, getting into relationships, getting out of relationships, you know? But I guess that's how we all learn. You know, everybody's got to kind of figure shit out on their own. Even though, you know, we want to let people know that certain things maybe aren't good ideas. I don't think it's anyone's place to say whether or not people should or shouldn't be doing something. Because it's like, how do you really know? You know, I don't know. Because there's only so many things in my life that I like to do in the first place. So how do I know that what that person chose to do isn't what's best for them? Because if we were all the same, that would make, you could probably argue that, but we're not all the same. And we have similar behaviors, but we don't different on all kinds of levels, you know? It's different degrees of, I don't know, beliefs, likes, interests, I don't know, intellectual levels, IQs, opinions, what we know. How do you gauge smart? You know, I don't know how to gauge smart. Am I smart? Sure, but in areas of things where there's shit I just don't know about, like I was talking about, you know, should NASA go back to the moon? It's like, I don't know. I'm not a physicist. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not a scientist. Like, I don't know, maybe, but I don't know much about it. I know of it, but I don't know about it because it's not something that I would take my time and energy to really dig into to learn more about. Not at this point in time, though. Maybe eventually. Like, I've always been fascinated with the stars and the cosmos. Like, I like astrology and astronomy. I think those are two really cool things. Then, like, even though it might all be bullshit, but it's interesting, fun bullshit that can at least brighten your day a little bit, you know? Fire sign, Leo, you know, all that kind of crap. Maybe. I don't know. It's fascinating. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to be into Greek mythology. I loved Greek mythology. I liked all the different, I like how they had like a god for everything. There was Zeus. I always liked Zeus because he had lightning powers. Hermes, who was the god of mischief, which always reminded me of myself because I'm like a trickster, kind of funny and goofy. But the funny thing about Greek mythology is, like, when you look at Roman mythology, they just copied those gods and put them there. You know, like, that's the name of all of our planets, you know, Jupiter, Saturn. Those are all the Roman gods. But yet we named our planets that way. So it's like people just took that and then renamed them. That's kind of a fascinating thing to look at. I don't know. I thought it was neat. Mythology. But yeah, the stars, man. The stars can tell you a lot of things. A lot of things if you want them to. Or maybe not. I don't know. What do I know about stars? Not much, really. I know we have different constellations and things like that that have been in the sky, and stars are giant balls of all kinds of gases and fires and crazy shit that burn for apparently billions of years and then explode into a supernova, and that supernova can take out planets and worlds once the energy of the star runs out. But then again, I don't know how people know that. That's just what I'm told. It's just what I'm told. Yeah. So, other than that, I don't know what I've been talking about for the last 36 minutes. I really call this just a rant, and that's literally what it was, just a rant about whatever. I tried to keep it light. There's too much nonsense going on in the world and news today. I think I dabbled on suicide. Oh, yeah, Anthony Bourdain. I still don't know much about that. But I talked about, what is it that would get people to that point of suicide? And it's like, honestly, I would say that's all an individual basis. I really don't know because I wasn't in his mind at that point in time. I was in my own mind, and if I was to put myself in those shoes, I would think it had something to do with not dealing with something in life. But that's just my opinion. And sometimes that thing in life might be harder to face than just dying. I don't know. Crazy. Shouldn't have had that caffeine shot, though. Woo! Totally crazy now. All right. I've been talking for almost 40 minutes. I'm going to get out of here. And feel free to watch the beginning of it. I don't know. It's pretty fun. And good luck. And I will be back, not this Sunday, because I will be out of town. But Zach, I promise that I will be back to doing these live streams regularly, Wednesdays and Sundays at noon. So we're going to shoot for next Wednesday, same time. Feel free to email me or comment on anything you'd like me to talk about, because sometimes I need a little guidance, and then throw me a subject and I'll try to figure it out. There was immigration that was told toward immigration. I'll get to that. It's just today I wanted to be in a good mood. People are still pretty hurt about that whole thing, so I'm going to wait till the dust settles a little before I address that. But I'm going to dabble into that later. For right now, be sure to like, comment, share, all this great stuff, and I will talk with you. Yes, it is a good call. Good.